Now scream queen with a million smiles. Catching all the love from around the world. Whoa. Hey Shelly, won't you shine your light? Shine your light in the darkest times. You make it bright, bright. Live stream dreams, we're all by your side, by your side. Keep on doing what you do, girl. You're one of a kind, one of a kind. Shelly, Shelly, you're our live stream star. Keep rocking your show, no matter where you are.
Hey, Shelly from the block. Jersey girl with a mouth that won't stop, no, no. Sassy, and I'm not afraid to show it. Gonna spill the tea, you better be ready for it. I speak my mind, no filter inside. Shelly's in the house, talking trash and truth. No sugar-coated blues. Then get out the way. Jersey girl with something to say. Shelly's in the house, time to break the rules. From Bulls to the city, I'm the queen of cool. You can handle the heat, then take the high. Shelly's in the house, drop the mic.
Hey, Shelly in the house tonight. Living it up, feeling so right. Yeah. New Jersey girl, she's got that style. Live stream queen with a million smiles. And she know the love from around the world. Hey Shelly, won't you shine your light? It's time to make it right. Live stream queens with a wayside. You're one of a kind. Shelly, Shelly, you're a live stream star. Keep rocking the show no matter where you are. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. This is Shelly, your mouthy mama at Talking Trash and Truths, and you have reached us at Coffee and Chaos with C3. That's me. It is February 28th, 9:33 a.m. on the East Coast on what should be the last day of February, but tomorrow is a leap day because it's a leap year. So if you haven't factored that in or it's sneaking up on you the way I found out only like 3 days ago because I wasn't paying attention, this is in fact a leap year. So you get an extra day. Not that it really matters. February seems to just, you blink and it's gone. It's the worst month. It's got horrible holidays, horrible weather, and your rent is due way earlier than you want it to be. Can't believe I got to pay rent on Friday. That sucks. I feel like I just paid it yesterday. Anyway, as you can tell, it's a weird day. I want to say thank you to Edis in the chat. She said, giving my baby girl all the love. Good, I need it. Thanks for throwing links out there, girl. I appreciate it. I have been getting a buy me a coffee. I've gotten it the last few streams. The one thing I don't like about it is that I can't see who it's from. If you don't put your name and you have an obscure email that doesn't reflect your name on here, I don't know who you are. So while I love the whole good morning, sweetheart, or whatever, could you just let me know who you are? Because I'd like to thank you, and I don't know who I'm thanking. So that's just a thing for me. If you want to remain anonymous, that's fine. But thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. It's a very sweet thing to do. Daisy Girl over at the Rumble Ghetto. Saying good M to you. Happy hump day. It's funny. We used to laugh in school because they'd be like, "Oh my God, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday." And people who weren't in the know would be like, "Well, what's so special about Wednesday?" Wednesdays and Tuesdays are usually my very bad days. You know how like what was that kids thing? somebody in their terrible, terrible, horrible, awful day. Yeah. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's always give or take. But usually it's something that happens on a Tuesday and it rolls over into Wednesday, and I'd go to work and they'd be like, "Uh-oh. Thunder just walked in," because I literally would walk in like with a face like a thundercloud. You can always tell when I'm not feeling myself. But today's heading, I guess today's title is If the Olympics Had a Category for Conclusion Jumping, I'd take home the gold. And I'm not lying. I am very good people at jumping to conclusions. The only thing is, it's a small jump because I watch for patterns. That's what I do. It's part of the whole hypervigilance thing because people are never who you think they are. And it's very easy to get blindsided. And I don't take blindsiding well. So I tend to react quite violently, actually, to blindsiding. There's the whole fight or flight instinct. Now, when you blindside me, I fight. Then I fly. Perfect example of this is the Flat Earth show on Winning's channel that I did, where somebody blindsided me and I just was like, nope. To this day, T-Rex is like, that laugh that you let out was probably like the scariest thing I've ever heard. Because, bro, I was fucking done. I mean, I saw it coming a couple weeks out, but I didn't expect it to go down publicly. And one thing I hate is when people take private shit that we haven't discussed in private at all and do it publicly so that they can, look like they're having the upper hand. First of all, if you think you have the upper hand with me, you could go fuck yourself, buddy. Nobody has the upper hand with me. Ever. I don't care how I feel about you. Nope. I don't care how long we've worked together. I don't care if we've been friends 30 years. If you think you have the upper hand, you are living in a delusion. You only have the upper hand while I'm willing to give it. And in that particular scenario, I just watch for patterns because I'm not stupid. And I saw the pattern a couple weeks out and I started distancing myself and, getting interested in other things and whatever. And then instead of just having a mature conversation in private, somebody decided to go and crash a stream and try to be a disingenuous jackass and say, "Oh, by the way." Okay, you wanna play? I can play. I'm a very playful person. I am. I'm a very playful person. It's usually good play. Joking around, sexy talk, whatever. But if you wanna go, like, if you want to be an asshole to me, I can be the biggest asshole. I will out-bitch you every time. I will out-mean you just because I'm very competitive. Very competitive. For somebody with very little self-esteem, I am extremely competitive and proud of it. Like I said the other day, you don't have to have self-esteem to have an ego. In fact, most of us on here are very insecure with enormous egos. And I have an enormous ego. Yeah. Much like my balls, I wear them on my chest. Actually, no, wait. I think it was it Vic? Vic said Shelly wears everything on the outside of her body. She He said she wears her emotions on her face, her balls on her chest, and her ego on her ass. Because I had like man, that's the one thing I miss about my legs being, like just hurting and like I can't move the way I did. Y'all, I had the best walk. Oh my goodness. My walk was a whole conversation. And the whole conversation to everybody around me was, come on, follow me. Come on, follow me. Miguel said, yeah, Miguel never walked next to me. Katie's father never walked next to me, never walked ahead of me, always walked behind me. That was his happy place. One, I mean, I think he knew he was a bitch, so he should be walking behind me. But he used to walk behind me. And for like the first month or two that we were dating, I would hear him like whispering to himself, but I didn't care enough to, find out what he was saying. Then one day we were in the supermarket. I remember it was cold. We're in like the freezer section. I was freezing because it was summertime. So I mean, outside I had like, tank top on. I had on, I think I had on jeans, but I think they were jean shorts. And so I there was a lot of skin. Like, and to be in the freezer section, you're like, God damn. And one thing is I've never ever worn loose pants except for 1 year in the 80s when parachute pants were a thing. Um, Not the crotch hanging kind, but like the kind that I don't know if you guys remember them or if you're not old enough or if you're too old. They had these like button pockets that you could put the flaps in and they became pockets, or you can pull them out and you pulled them around the front of you and they buttoned together so that they made like a better silhouette. But when you were going to sit down, you unbutton them and then you had like more room, whatever. I called them my Thanksgiving pants because they were so forgiving. But I wore them to Thanksgiving. I don't remember wearing them after that. But that's neither here nor there. I've never been one of those, like loose wearing type of girls. And I never really liked leggings that much. There was a period in the 80s, like 88, 89, where I wore spandex out all the time. And I was perfectly comfortable in it. Now, I don't know that I would. Uh, but that was when spandex was super popular. But what I'm getting to is I am of the tight fitting jeans kind of crowd. I love me some tight jeans because my ass looks good. I feel secure. I feel taller in jeans. I don't know why. It's a thing. Unless you're short, you don't understand. Uh, and I went into and it was, regular tank top, not some slutty tank top, just a tank top and really tight fitting jean shorts. And he kept saying the same thing over and over and over and over. And Spanky was next to him and he kept like snickering. And I was like, all right. I was like, is there something on my ass? Like, what the fuck? And he was like, no, he was like, I'm just talking. I was like, about what? And he was like, nothing, mind your business, Mitch. Like, what the fuck? You gotta know everything. I was like, yeah, I gotta fucking know everything. I'm the boss here, motherfucker. And he was like, he got all like, he didn't dispute what I said. But yeah, he was like, uh. And Spanky was next to him. And he said, I can't say the words he said because that's just something that they throw around like candy around here. Um, Especially in the projects. He was like, this is talking about your ass. I was like, what about my ass? He said, look at it. It talks to you. Don't it? And I was like, my ass talks to you. And he was like, yeah. I said, and what does it say? He was like, none of your business. Spank goes, he said, Pati, Pami, Pati, Pami, Pati, Pami. And I was like, Wait a minute, you're telling me my ass is talking to you in sides? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, it's a thing, all right? He was like, you walk and all I hear is for you, for me, for you, for me, for you, for me. I was like, really? He was like, girl, he was like, you shake that ass like you don't even know. I was like, all right, whatever. But I always walk slow because I got little legs. And not for nothing, but if God wanted me to run, he'd have made me tall with, like an athletic drive, not just teeny tiny little legs. He would not have made me like look at people that run and go, you stupid. Like, if I'm running, something's chasing me. And it's either a clown or like a relative or a bill collector. Those are the only people that I'm willing to run from. And even the bill collector, I'll turn around and punch in the face. But yeah, he said my ass used to talk to him. And I do. I walk slow. I've always walked slow. I've never really been in a rush to get anywhere. Can I walk fast? Yeah. Can I? Well, I mean, now I don't know. But I used to be able to run. I used to be able to jump, do flips. I did splits. Shit, I used to be able to do a side split that would make a grown man cry. It was amazing. I don't know what the hell I could do now at this point. I need like a year of just one person dedicated to just put me through stretches 12 hours a day. But yeah, I thought it was funny. I don't really know why I went to that. But anyway, so yeah, my ass would talk to him. And I miss that. I miss that walk, man. There's so many things that have changed. And it's hard for me to adapt to a new me because I just want to be the old me. I mean, I was the same person for, 48 years in regards to that. And then all of a sudden, that just wasn't me anymore. But yeah, no, the whole thing is jumping. I can't jump far. So if I'm jumping to conclusions, it's not like I'm jumping a chasm. It's not like I'm, like trying to go, oh my God, yeah, let me just do a, Sly Stallone where I jump off one mountain and miraculously land on the other. No, this is not cliffhanger. I'm not doing that. None of that. When I jump to a conclusion, it's usually it's a tiny jump. Like I've said many times, even on here, I quote Buffy, I took one little step and their conclusions were. I watch for patterns. That's the hypervigilance thing. That's the always trying to protect myself. Because what hurts one person a little bit is devastating to me. I'm fragile. I'm true Italian. I am fragile through and through. That day on Rumble on the flat earth, and you really should watch that video on Rumble because that was masterfully done. You realize we started on YouTube and it got when he heard something in my voice go, oh shit, let's go to Rumble. Because I was just like and that was all she wrote. Like there was a bomb that got dropped out of nowhere. And when he said, well, you know what? We're going to continue this on Rumble. So if y'all want to see how this turns out, we will meet you over there. That wasn't planned, but it was masterfully done because we shut down YouTube. And when I went back later and I saw because I didn't close the stream, I went back and I talked to Winning about it. He was like, man, he said it was like a mass exit. Like everybody just his Rumble numbers that day went straight through the fucking roof. I was like, they really all just showed up to find out what the fuck happened. Oh, really? And I mean, I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing. But it was funny. And then everything just exploded from there. But I didn't jump to conclusions. Like, I took one little step and their conclusions are like, okay. Like, somebody decided, I'm just gonna make this up on the fly and be spiteful. And I said, oh, you wanna be spiteful? Okay. I get this is a game. I'm gonna win. All right. You want to be spiteful? Make it permanent. Get the fuck out. Like, I'm done. You wanted to like have a little bit more control, but no, now you got nothing. You want to play? Go play by yourself. I don't give a fuck. But it's just an example of conclusions. It really is. Like, and I'm very, very good at jumping to conclusions, but like I said, it's not like the conclusions are far. They're right there. Let's see. Today's just gonna be mainly like me just streaming consciousness because my head's all fucked up. Darth Hideous. Happy hump day, honey. Perfect example of this is that Darth exists. That's a more perfecter example. More perfecter. You know the English. You know the English. See, I can't talk either. Words are hard. Wolfram wipes his paws, lopes in, and howls. Oh. Oh. That I can't. My eyes aren't working that well. What is that? Is that a middle finger to the upper hand? Or I can't tell, and it won't tell me. Wolfram, follow Talking Trash and Truth. Yes, follow Talking Trash and Truth so you can watch my ass too. Darth Hideous. At least you guys watch my ass in the, metaphorical sense. Or maybe the metaphysical sense too. I don't know. I got a lot of spirits in this house, especially over the last like 12 hours. They have been rolling in and just driving me crazy. Darth Hideous, this sounds like a personal challenge. Let's not see who can out petty who. No, I didn't say out petty. Those words did not leave my lips. I said out spite. Out spite. Somebody wanted to be spiteful and think, oh, all right, I can be spiteful too. The way I'm spiteful is I just go, yeah, you're done. And I walk away. And you can say what you want, do what you want. And I'm like, oh, fuck yourself, buddy. That's what my brain tells me all the time. You guys just don't understand. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, all right, brain, we are going to be productive. We're going to be positive, and we're going to be happy today. Do you hear me? And the only thing my brain says is, yeah, go fuck yourself, buddy. Because nope, 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 nope. Cat Ninja, buenos días, buenos días. ¿Cómo estás ustedes? Yeah, it's just gonna be a weird day. It's gonna be probably a short stream, and I mean that this time because I slept really well. I did. I fell asleep at about 11 o'clock, maybe a little before 11 o'clock, and I didn't wake up until 8. So obviously I needed it. I didn't get up at all. My daughter said she checked me a couple times. She like poked me, called my name, nothing. She was like, "Ma, you were so quiet." She said, "We really thought you died." These kids are waiting for me to die in my sleep. I don't think they realize how unlikely that is. I really I feel like I wanna sit down and have a talk with them and be like, "No," but then, all right, so they're showing their care, whatever. Either they're showing that they care because they don't want me to die, or they're just making sure that, like, I don't stink up the house with my rotting corpse. Yeah. I did tell Katie one time, I said, "Here's a hint. If I'm dead and you haven't noticed and the cats are hungry, you'll figure it out real quick because they'll know." Those little bitches will be like, "Oh, I love mommy. Let's eat her." Okay. I'm going to miss her. Yeah, they'll definitely look out for themselves. They'll be like, oh, I love her. Let's cuddle her for a minute. Kind of getting a little cold. Anyone want a warm meal? Arr. I know, it's gross. It's a gross thing to think of first thing in the morning, but yeah, fuck it. Translation GM Riri's and Shelly and Daisy. Oh, you could just include me in the Riri's. I speak Spanish. Y fren retardos. Y mucho retardo con rumbalo. Nice. Remember de fuego de Fugio? Fugio. What if AOC was chasing you with the blue 24-inch dildo? Would you run from that? First of all, if AOC was behind me with a 24-inch dildo, I would grab that dildo out of her hand and probably beat her over the head with it. I can't stand that horse face fuck. Every time she opens her mouth, the ultimate in stupid just bleh, it just all comes out. I don't care if she's the big booty Latina. I don't give a fuck. She crossed the line the minute she said we need to give up gas stoves. You know what it does to a girl like me? Oh no. I'm stuck with that goddamn electric stuff. I hate it. I hate it. I hate cooking on it. I hate everything about it. I hate cleaning it. I hate the way it just doesn't distribute the heat the right fucking way. I hate that it's ruining my pots and pans. Like, I hate it. I hate it. I like gas stoves. Fuck AOC. I can't stand her. If anything, I'd be running at her with a pitchfork. Allegedly. It's a middle finger, yes. Oh, good. Because my eyes aren't working too well today. They're everything is blurry. I don't know why. Probably just my blood pressure. Wolfkinder. Hey, Shelly, I'll be listening. Gotta go out. Awesome. Just keep me on in the background if you like. I'm not offering anything substantial today. We're just talking about how stupid I can be. Which, yeah, always fun. It's an attention grabber. When you have the upper hand, it's usually got an upper middle finger. Well, I mean, if a dude comes at me with a middle finger and I like the dude, like if he's my dude, then that sounds like a good time. That was a sleepy howl, Shelly. Yeah, I know. I'm very low energy. I'm awake, drinking my coffee. I'm awake. I don't have it to try to put on the da-dun. I wasn't gonna stream, but I did promise you guys that I would do my best to stream even when I'm not feeling great. And if the stream gets 5 views, it gets 5 views. I don't care. Like, I don't. YouTube has fucked with me so bad with the analytics. They're just dropping people, dropping views, and I'm like, how did I end a stream with 96 views? And then it goes up to like 113. In like the next day. And then all of a sudden I'm down to like 78 views, 82 views. Where did all my views go from when I was live? What are they doing? And then they give me back 5 in a couple days, and then they go away. And then they give me back 10, but they take away 8. And it fucking drives me nuts. So I don't trust the view count at all anymore. At all. It's so frustrating. It's so demotivational. Because it's like you do a stream, you're like, that was a really good stream. I enjoyed that stream. You get compliments on it. You have a really, a decent view count. And then all of a sudden YouTube's like, yeah, no, I'm going to take it all away. Like, I'm just gonna take it all away. Hey, cool gamer, what's up? Happy hump day. I don't know what you're saying, yeah, right, too, but what is a short stream in the shell? 4 hours, 6? No, Mondays was 6 hours, and I didn't have much of a voice after that. They're not waiting hard enough if they don't smother you with a pillow in your sleep. I know. I think they get nervous when I twitch. Because, even in your sleep, you don't go quietly. Like, your body's still like, no, no, no. I need oxygen. I mean, if they wanted to kill me quick, they could just poison me. They are in control of my food. I think that's what they tried last time. I don't know. Not that I condone such behavior, but I mean, no, I know. Spanish. AOC is less corrupt than most congresses, just for the record. Stupid, yes, but less corrupt. Okay, but there's a reason probably why she's less corrupt. They know she can't be trusted with a goddamn secret. She is very stupid. Very, very stupid. She's just got she's got the largest eyes on the planet, and you can see there ain't shit going on behind them. Nothing. She's just, oh my God, look at me. I'm a girl and I'm cute and I'm a minority, so you have to listen to me. Every idea I have is fabulous. She really did. Like, she opens her mouth and I'm like, bitch, do you hear yourself? You might want to practice. Like, write down what you say, you want to say. Or that's not a sentence. Write down what you want to say. And then look at it. Diagram that shit. I don't care. But realize how fucking idiotic you sound. I hope my mic is okay. Yesterday I yelled and I think I blew the mic out a little bit because somebody couldn't even understand me when I yelled. It was just like, none of that came through. Let's see, is that better? Can you hear me? I don't know. I'm always playing with this fucking microphone. But at least she believes what she stands for. I mean, yeah, kids believe in unicorns too. That doesn't mean the belief is sound or provable or, anything that makes sense to anybody else in the fucking world. Wolfram, don't hold back, Shelly. Tell us what you really think about it. Muy Espanishado. Okay. Hey, don't sit on that finger. I mean, not yours. Jeez, Darth. I mean, we're not like friends like that. You were always going to stream. If my stream gets 5 views, I'm excited because nobody likes my new project. Not lying. I like it. I love the laws a lot more because you were so passionate about them. Like, you had so many different takes. I'm not gonna lie, it's always fun watching you try to pronounce French names. It's just I love it. You fuck with them the way I fuck with not Jewish names. There's like any kind of like medieval thing or like whatever. The way they always write like D apostrophe whatever, or they put an H where it doesn't fucking belong, and it's just like, oh. But yeah, I can't do that. But I do. I get a genuine kick out of the way you interpret French names. I'm not making fun. It's adorable. It is. And it just makes me laugh because I'm just like, all right. I mean, Winnick does the same thing with certain things. Now you hear he used to struggle through them. Now he just goes, Shelly, how do you say that word? Shelly, how do you say that name? It's like, all right, I got you, boo. It's all right. It's the little things that amuse me. But don't give up. I mean, keep going. It's just maybe there's, maybe it's the format, maybe it's the speed. I don't know. I took a views and I ate them. Yeah, well, that's what YouTube does. Don't forget to do the YouTubey things. Even though like my last show did well on YouTube and not on Rumble, which was weird. YouTube shows raw view analytics while live and unique views and analytics and others. VOD, this is just my theory, but it stands to reason. I mean, yeah, I thought of that, but it's still frustrating. It's like, oh, here, we're going to give you all these just, for shits and giggles. They have enough technology where that should not be a goddamn thing. It really shouldn't. It shouldn't be a thing. Yeah, but if you look into the Gretchen Whitmer's eyes, you see a soulless psychopath. What would you prefer? I hate to say it, but I usually know what I'm dealing with when it comes to soulless psychopaths. Stupid people can be manipulated to do whatever those psychopaths want. I'm not so much afraid of the master because that's one person. What I'm afraid of are the puppets because you never know who they are or how many. I would rather go against one person than an army. I can go against one baddie. I don't know that I could fight 1,000 stupid baddie followers. That's my point. Cat Ninja, that's not true, Dart. People like it. But worldly wisdom is beyond the masses, quality over quantity. It is a lot. It is. And it's less, I feel it's almost less conversational than the other one. Because I hear you reading, but I'm not, oh yeah, I'm just not connected yet. But then again, I've been going through some shit, so. Give me a grace period where I can go back and listen to them back to back and get into them again. I probably missed a lot. But you're good at what you do, so I don't ever want you to give up. Passion definitely makes a difference. Sputnik names are tough too. Russian names and Henga, yeah. Any Eastern European names are like Russian around there. Yeah, I'm like. Surrender Monkey Land names. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wolfram pokes a snout in over here and waves a paw. Aw, see, he's saying hi to the Rumblers. You're very polite, Wolfram. Thank you. I appreciate manners because we have manners. Thanks for the warning. It is careful. I pooped. I guess you had your morning coffee then. Yeah, he shits all over my Rumble chat. It's fine. Worse things have happened. Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large groups. That's my thing exactly. That is my thing exactly. Dart said, I'm having real trouble connecting with this book. It might be because it was written several hundred years before I was born. Iris, hi, honey. You snuck away. Aw. Thank you so much for coming and saying hi. I miss you. Dart said, I do tend to shit here. About your trouble connecting with the book. You know what? It's really weird to do the really old books. Like, I was so excited to read Common Sense by Thomas Paine. And I mean, I knew the premise of the book. I'd known like the shortened version and everything, what else, but I decided, since it was, available, that I would read it and do like a nighttime stream thing so that whoever wanted to go to sleep could go to sleep, listen to me read the book. And trust me, it is so fucking dull. If you have insomnia problems, you go listen to that video because good God. First of all, there were words I didn't even know existed that I had to keep going and looking up. That pissed me off. too. It was so wordy. Why? Why must I understand you were writing a book, but really it was supposed to be a pamphlet, motherfucker. Why do you have to use so many words for such a simple concept? I don't get it. I don't get it. I couldn't connect to it. It completely threw me off. Like, it disappointed me. I was not connected, and it's really just such a shit video of me just reading. And I was like, "You know what? This isn't me." I'm not like, even when I read bedtime stories to my kids, it was never just a straight out story. There was always my pithy little comments here and there, like, and then, the just shit that you expect from me. And then the wolf huffed and he puffed and he said, "And I'll blow your house down." Like, because I would make it amusing for myself. There is nothing amusing in Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Nothing. And it's so serious that I'm just like, damn, I almost felt obligated to read through the whole goddamn thing. Because I was like, this is like, it's a great work of like literature, and it's part of our, the reason we have a country. I really should be into this. And I pushed myself to finish it, and it fucking sucked. Oh, I was so miserable. And you could tell the way I read it. It's just like, rah, 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 rah. Darth Hideous. I used to have a t-shirt that said, "Never underestimate." That is. Never underestimate. Okay. I love being underestimated. I do. I think it's fun. Go ahead, underestimate. See what happens to you. That's when I bring out, as T-Rex says, my Jersey self, and I'm like, okay. Now let me tell you about you. Once I start telling you about you, that means I've already made the decision. Fuck it, we're done. I'm walking away. Because normally I will keep my opinions to myself. Believe it or not, there are many opinions I keep to myself because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Once you put that nail in the coffin, I'm gonna hurt your feelings bad. With the truth, I'm not gonna be like evil about it or whatever. Not gonna make shit up. But I'm gonna tell you everything that I've noticed about you, everything I know about you, and everything I feel about you, and not positive things either. And it can be devastating because I can't stop once I start. Thank you all for putting that link tree. Wait, it skipped, guys. Wait. I miss you too. Oh, honey, that makes me feel good. Thank you so much. You should read Basic Economics by Thomas Sowell. I'm not gonna read Thomas Sowell. I leave that to winning. It is 1984 can be like that for me, especially if I'm getting distracted. Not gonna lie, I tried to read 1984 so many times. I cannot tell you. In the last 2 years, so many times. I can't get through it. I can't. It's almost like being back in college when they hand you this fucking book and they're like, "This is essential for college and for life." And you can't get through chapter 1 without falling asleep. Lord, The Invisible Man. I fell asleep so goddamn many times during that book. That was a thick book. And the reason that I know that I fell asleep and why it sticks out is I hated it. I hated it. Did I understand it? Yeah, but it took me like 4 days and a lot of them, not gonna lie, a lot of mescalines to get me through those days. Because I actually had to ask somebody. I was like, "I haven't taken one of these in years. I need to be a little trippy for this. Like, can you can you get your hands on that?" "Yeah, sure. How many?" "I don't know, like 6." And I swear to God, that's the only way I made it through that book. And I can't to this day tell you what it was about. You know how fucked up I am? I got an award an award for the essay I wrote on it. Okay? That's what pushed me to the top of the class in that class, and I got, because it was a summer program, for extra credits and everything. It was mostly for the people who had to take, like, remedial math, remedial English. I didn't have to take those. I got credits for nothing. I had to take composition and speech, and I got awards as the highest achiever in both. And then I got the award for overall academic achievement in the entire program. So that was not a surprise. I'm not being conceited or whatever. I tend to win those types of awards. But that essay on that goddamn thing, that was our final. And I wrote it, and she was like, "That was amazing." And I got a 4.0 in the class because of that. So, I mean, I know at one point I understood it, but I also bullshitted my way through a composition that was like a 10-page term paper on it that we had to do in class. No citations or anything, just it was a whole thing. But yeah, it was supposed to take, like, I think we had 4 hours to take the test, and I wrote the 10 pages in about, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour. And she was like, "Don't you want to proofread?" I said, "I don't do that." I don't. You know that? I don't do rough drafts. I was in second grade when they made us write an essay on St. Francis of Assisi. Assisi. And I loved St. Francis. I did, because he was all about the animals. Of course, he was like one of my faves. He was cool peeps. And we all wrote the essay and we handed it in. Now, this is second grade. I'm not talking about, like, this is not, like, Pulitzer Prize winning journalism or, like, short story or poems or whatever. It literally was like this, like a 3-paragraph thing, and that was it. And everybody wrote them, and they get them back, and all right, I got an A+, but there's all these red marks. And I'm like, "Why is this bitch," even at that age, I was like, "Why is this bitch tearing apart my essay?" Because she didn't do it to anybody else's. And she was like, "I want you to rewrite it with the corrections." Rewrite it? Never in the whole year did she ever ask us to rewrite something. And I was like, "All right." I didn't want to, but, I was very obedient, so I did it. Give it back to her. She corrects it again. Rewrite it. She made me rewrite this motherfucking essay like 6 times. And then she took it away, and she was all happy and whatever. I still have it. I have it in the closet. And it's with my scrapbook of all my, like, like, certificates and report cards and awards, because, my grandmother saved everything. And couple months later, there's an announcement, and, we'd like to announce that we made an entry into the Tri-State Catholic, it was some writing competition, theological essay competition, whatever the fuck it was called. It was some long ass name I didn't understand. And they were like, and we put in a few essays from one from each class, and there was a contest, but it was a New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania contest among all the Catholic schools. And over the PA there, and we're proud to announce that the winner is Michelle, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, "Wait, that's my name. I didn't enter any essay contest." I was like, "What is he talking about?" And the principal goes, "Congratulations to everybody." Give a big round of applause. She turns off the PA. This is Sister Colette. Very strict, very strict. Like, if you think of, like, the ultimate austere, stern-looking, mean, "Oh my god, please don't hit me with a stick," kinda nun, that was Sister Colette, and I fucking loved her. Oh my god, she didn't scare me in the slightest. Um, she comes to the room, and she knocks on the door. She comes in all dour-faced, and she looks at me, and she smiles, and it's a big smile, so everybody's like, like, And she was like, "My girl, come here." And I was like, "Okay." And I went over and I was like, "I don't understand." And she brings out this plaque and it's got my name on it. And, it's got all those different things and it's God, so typically Catholic. It was solid marble with a gold plate on the front that was a raised gold plate. I know it's raised because I've cut myself on it so many times. Uh, and it had velvet on the back of the plaque so that it wouldn't scratch whatever it got put against. And you could hang it or you could put it, prop it up. But it had my name on it, and it blew my mind. I was like, "Oh my god, I won something?" Like, and she said, you didn't know that you were entered in this and she looked at the teacher, and I was like, "No." She said she just would have been upset about it. She said, "So we didn't tell her." And I was like, "Alright." I went home with my plaque and everything. And the principal was so proud. She just kept hugging me, and she was like, "Oh," she said, "we have another plaque that goes in it goes in the office to show that you went here and da da da." So it was a big fucking deal because I didn't just beat out second graders. I beat out grammar school. That's what they did. They did 2 stages of grammar school. They did K through 4 and then 5 through 8. And then they had the high school level and stuff like that. Because middle school, like Catholic schools don't usually have middle schools. At least not when I went to school. So I beat out every single person they put forward from kindergarten to 3rd grade, well, to 4th grade in 3 states. And I didn't know that I was even competing. Not gonna lie, that sparked a lot of competitive streak in me because I'd won something and I'd never felt that before. That is an addictive feeling. Not really sure why I went here, but anyway. So yeah, that's the way it goes, but I love being underestimated. I really do. And I don't know why that's stuck in my head. Oh, because of the Invisible Man thing. I know. I knew I'd trace the thread back eventually. Edith said, "Shelly, tell me about me." You want me to tell you about you? Imma tell you about you, Edis. I think you're very sweet. I think you're crazy in the same way that I'm crazy, but, like, little differentiations. Uh, but we're very similar. I think you're tough as nails. I think you are all squishy inside. I think life has not been great to you, but that hasn't turned you into somebody who's not great to other people. So it hasn't made you bitter toward humanity. I think you have a very good heart. I think you take no shit. I think you tell people like it is. You can be abrasive and soothing at the same time. I know you make me laugh. I know I'm comfortable talking to you. And I know that you are somebody who gets the shit end of the stick and doesn't bitch about it. You tend to put a smile on your face and go extra for other people because it feeds something in you. It's almost like the less you get, the more you give. And I think you're a very wonderful person, and I enjoy being around you. So there's me telling you about you. How you like that, bitch? How you like it? How you like it? You take that and you put that in your ear and stuff it. Uh, Inya, hi, honey. Woo, hey, everybody got replacement for work today. Might tell someone to go fuck themselves if not. Oh, that's amazing. We're all in the same are we all cycling together? Who's ovulating? I'm pretty sure I'm ovulating. Because and my body hasn't figured out that we don't need to do that anymore because those eggs are just pointless. They're probably some really old fucking I don't know. At this point, they're probably just like spider eggs. They're just like, yeah, we're just here. We're just here. We're just here to die. It's fine. Uh, Inumar is about to take some. Oh, girl, I need to make some gummies. I need to call my street pharmacist and get some edibles from her. Get some. Might as well just buy some weed. because I haven't made the oils in a while. And I'm sorely out of tinctures and I'm out of oil. I'm not out of Everclear. I have plenty of Everclear. But to make the tincture, I need the weed. So it's like, and it's so easy for you to make with that Ardent thing. I really do recommend that, guys. This is not product placement. They do not sponsor me. But the Ardent, it's a decarbonator and an infuser all at this in the same thing, and it's got like a silicone sleeve so you don't have to clean the inside like ridiculously. It's got a nice little cap on it, and the only thing I do is I tape the plastic cap to the device itself so that it stays shut no matter how much steam like builds up. Uh, because hot air tends to push things away. It rises, but you don't smell it in my house when I'm cooking the weed. You don't smell it at all, like at all. And it does a really good job. It's timed. It's literally idiot proof. You press the button for weed and it decarbs the weed. You press the button for CBD and it, it decarbs the CBD. You leave it in there just as it is, and you could pour in MCT oil. You could pour in, you could put in like butter or ghee, and then all you press is the infuse button. Everything is self-timed. It works like a charm every time. I've never had a bad experience. Even when the damn thing broke and I couldn't figure out because I dropped it, but I couldn't figure out what I broke and I couldn't fix it. It wouldn't heat up. I called them and they were like, okay, we're emailing you a label. Just print it out, tape it on, go to UPS, let them scan it. We pay for it. Send us a picture of the receipt and the label on the box once UPS like attaches their part. And we will send you a new one. They don't like wait to send you a new one. As soon as you send that information, they sent me a code to put in on their website for a brand new thing, no shipping, no handling, no nothing. And I got it the next day. And then a couple weeks later, I got another new one because they messed up their orders. And when they got my broken one, they thought they had to replace it and sent it back. And I was like, I'll mail it back. They're like, nah, just keep it. It's fine. We have no record of the other free one because that went the way of the dodo. So I wound up with two of them, which is great. And if you get like, I did the Father's Day special. They had a code for Father's Day because that's when I had bought it. And I got something like 30% off when I bought it. Plus I had a promotional code from watching one of the videos. So I wound up getting it for half price. So I spent about $150, I think, because I got some stuff with it and I wound up with, 4 times my value. So that was nice. I like them. But yeah, I definitely got to make oils because I miss my edibles. I do. I miss just smoking some weed sometimes. I've been doing so much to be clear-headed and whatever, but sometimes you just want to smoke some weed. You just want to relax. And I should be allowed to. I should be okay to do that. I just got to make sure that she doesn't bring me a cavalcade of fucking weed like she normally does because I have no self-control. I mean, I do, but when it comes to that, I'm like, well, I have it. It's just going to go bad if I don't use it. But yeah, my dog just threw her duck at me. Aw, that's cute. At least you have somebody who wants to play with you. Darth Hideous Orwell. I should read that. You should. You should. He did it. He did 1984, but then he did the other one. I kind of want somebody to read Brave New World. Maybe I don't know if I could do that. I probably could. Inumers. Hey, a wolf. Darth Hideous. But if I was going to read Orwell, I would read Animal Farm. I've never read that one either. Animal Farm was even more telling than 1984. Cool. It is. I had fun with Animal Farm with reading that to my kids. Oh, all right. And you said that happens to me with Stephen King's Dreamcatcher. I just can't freaking read it. Yeah, there's some books that are like, and it's people rave about them. They go on, and this is amazing. It's life changing. And I'm like, dude, I couldn't make it past the third page. And I'm a voracious reader. When I started the Sookie Stout, Sookie, blah, 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 I can't talk. The Sookie Stackhouse Southern series, right? That was the basis for True Blood, for the TV show True Blood. There were dozens of those books. I read the first one, and I think I read it in like a couple hours, and I was like, I need the rest of them. And my friend Vicky, and she was like, but I haven't read them. I was like, I'll give them back in a couple days. She was like, but I'm on book number 3. I was like, how long have you been reading book number 3? Oh, like a month. Trust me, you're not going to miss it for a day. I'll give it back tomorrow. And like, she gave me all her books, and I literally in less than a week read them all. And my kid, Katie was like, even Connor was like, are you ever going to sleep? And I was like, nope, apparently not. Like, I read them all. There was another one about a dead vampire secretary, whatever, like, not Better Off Dead or something like that. I forget. But oh my God, they were hilarious. But I mean, I read these books cover, and I knew all the characters. I remembered every plot line. And I just love them so much. And then I got to like book 14 or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I was like, ugh, now it's just getting absurd. Like vampires sliding down the sides of buildings in coffins, not catching on fire. That's not absurd at all. No. But yeah, no, the plot lines, I was just like, I don't like any of this. And they got rid of one of my favorite characters, and I was just like, well, see, now fuck you. I don't want to read you anymore. I've always loved his books. Who knew he was such a damn tool, though? Oh, I know. The opinions? I know. Believe me, some of these celebrities that when I see what they have to say, I'm like, bro, I had so much like enjoyment from you. You just ruined it. You just ruined it. Why? Because you're pandering to one fucking side. Guess what? You just lost the whole side of the country, and they're following. I hope you enjoy your lack of career. Darth Hades, I won a Young Authors Award for a novel I wrote in 5th grade. My teacher was not amused when I turned in 3 notebooks. I mean, that's a lot of writing. That's a lot of writing. And as a teacher, I know I used to look down and go, God, if I have to read another fucking essay, it says, I like red. Apples are red. Ba, 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 ba. It was like, I'm just going to like my brains. And 3 notebooks, but the thing is, I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised. You're talking to somebody who comes to the stream with 14 to 20 pages of notes like that I did an hour ago. So yeah, no, I get it. I get it. You were probably like me. You were that kid that when they handed you that little blue booklet for your final or your midterm, you were like, I'm gonna need more than one. Like, I got a lot of shit to say. And those things have like what, 8 to 12 pages in them, front and back. And I write front and back. There's no fucking way I'm doing just one side. When I was doing that, because you ran out of room. And I would just write and write and write and write and write and write. And it was just, ugh. It happens when you have a lot of information in your brain. It's like, okay, oh, goody, it's time to purge and show our skills. We're all going to come over here and dance together. And you just show them the whole freaking show. That's it. Wolfkinder. Hi, Wolfkinder. Did I say hello to you? I think I did. If I didn't, I apologize. Hi. Happy Wednesday. St. Francis talked to a wolf. St. Francis loved animals. We used to do the St. Francis blessing at my church. They used to allow us to bring our pets not inside, but they stayed outside, and we would all gather. They'd close off the streets, and everybody would gather with their cat in a backpack or in a crate or whatever. They'd bring birds, they'd bring whatever they needed. And you would think, oh yeah, whatever, they're doing an animal blessing. Jesus, it was more packed than the fucking feast used to be, because you would just have an entire block packed with people with their animals to get the blessing. And I always brought my dog. Always brought my dog. I didn't bring the cat because she was like, fuck this, you ain't put me in that cage. I would have needed a blessing trying to get that feral bitch into a cage. But the dog, Sparky, you want to go for a walk? And there we go. So I used to take him. I used to take her every year. And it was just so sweet. And it was amazing because for that many animals in one spot, it was so quiet. Like the priest would start talking and doing the blessing, and you wouldn't hear not a meow, not a bark, nothing. It was like they literally like, we're paying attention. And then as soon as it was over, it was a mayhem. But for the actual blessing, they never opened their mouths. They were just, you'd hear the occasional like a yip or whatever. Sorry, I said it, but only air came out, no actual sound. It was beautiful. I do miss that. I really do. They don't do it anymore. They stopped during COVID and they haven't started it up again. But because my mother's husband used to bring his dog there, even though he's Baptist. He used to bring his dog for the Catholic blessing. He was like, well, it's a Catholic house. Darth Hideous, did you eventually get it right, though? The essay. I mean, that was the whole point. Yeah, I did get it right eventually. However, it really made me hate rough copies. Like, I don't do rough drafts. I just don't. That's why when people want something written or whatever, my friends want emails written or letters to lawyers or whatever, or they want me to be lawyerly and use my big words. I just type it up right then and there in the text, that I'm like, there you go, copy and paste it. They're like, how the fuck did you write that so quick? Because I wrote it like a conversation. Everything I write is conversational. It might be, I'm gonna tell you about yourself kind of conversational, but it's conversational. Could be threatening conversation, who knows? But I write what I think, and since my thoughts tend to be quite linear, despite what you see on here, when I'm focused, it's very organized. They don't jump all around, they don't get distracted, whatever. I stay focused. That's why when I'm talking to you guys, that's why I get behind a chat. Because if I stopped every time that I wanted to talk to you and you said something interesting, which is all the time, I would lose my train of thought, and there goes the whole fucking point. So I have to soliloquy or monologue for a while, and then I can jump in and be social, and then I go back to being, monologuish. Winning reality. Good morning. Or happy Wednesday. God, I can't believe I used that word. Happy Wednesday, honey. Glory days. Yeah, they pass you by, glory days. Glory days. And the wonder in a young girl's eyes, glory days. Yep. That was, I really do believe that was one of my favorite Bruce Springsteen songs. Who knew I'd wind up being the girl that, they come by to have a couple beers once the kids go to bed. Just sit there and laugh and bullshit. Wow, I have a lot of male friends who used to do that. They just stop by and go, hey, I brought beer. Okay, you got food? Yeah, I got food. And we just sit at the kitchen table and play cards or play fucking Yahtzee. Oh my God, that was a big one. Not so much Scrabble, because they didn't want to think, they just liked Yahtzee. Or we'd play Uno or poker or whatever. Poker, the game with the cards, not poker in the front, liquor in the back or whatever. Because it's supposed to be liquor in the front, poker in the back. No, we just hang out. It was nice. I missed that. That was my favorite part of that song. Darth, stop it. Oh, Jesus. Darth Hideous said Fanuc, which is what he calls winning, which is totally not appropriate or accurate. But he did say morning, so winning retaliated with Wolfram, Cat Ninja, unbridled victory. Third said unabated victory, but that's close enough. It's fanookery. Fanookery. Fanookery and chicanery. Dude, I have so many old world words that I use. It's ridiculous. And I've been called on it recently. And all I got to say to that is, look who raised me. Jesus, I got raised by a bunch of people who thought the 30s were like, just everyday life. That is, I am cray cray. Blush. Oh my God, you have me crying. Why are you crying, bitch? It's okay for people to have positive thoughts about you. It is. It's okay for them to say positive stuff because you're a good person. You deserve to hear it. You do. Don't cry. Just say, "Oh, got that right, bitch. You got that right, bitch." If you're gonna come back at me, at least come back at me better than I'm coming back because my sayings are just not happening today. But yeah, no, don't cry. I get it. I get it. But you're a very special person, not in a D kind of way. Though you can be D, same as me. But no, you're genuine, and I wish the best things for you. I do. I really do. You're always willing to, put yourself out for other people. You go, the extra mile for everybody else. You promote all of us. You do whatever you can to be supportive, and you never ask for anything in return. And I know some people might take your sense of humor wrong sometimes. I never do. I love it. It's so like it's so me. But you show your affection through sarcasm, insults, and inappropriate touching. I get it. But no, you're a very good person. And I enjoy you. I like you, and you are my sister. I love you. I do. I only want good things for you. So no crying, bitch. Okay? Like suck it up. You got better balls than that. She said, "You're my sister from another mister." I hope so, because the mister that I got from ain't worth shit. I love you, Shells. I love you too, honey. Darth Hideous and friends who are Riri. Derp, 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 Darth. Enya. Darth came to YouTube. He said, "I don't poop here." No, because YouTube like picks up on the poop and punishes me for it. And I don't have a pooper scooper. Darth said, "At least you can't smell it over Michelle cooking the weed." I'm not cooking the weed yet. I don't got the weed. I gotta get the weed. If you go outside to poop over here, just watch your step near the first tree. Whenever Wolfram is here, he reminds me of AOL chat days. Like, he really does. Because I remember doing all the... See, a lot of these people, they're too young to realize that the asterisk enclosed words are actions. And they're like, why is he writing it like that? I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, I totally get it. Because that's how we all interacted. It was hilarious. But I get it. And I read it as an action. I do. I appreciate stuff like that. It always makes me laugh when I see you do that. Because I picture you doing that. So I told you I'm a visual person. You write something in the chat, it's going to pop into my head whether I want it to or not. As has been used against me many, many times. And you said I need a link to that thing. What was it called again? Sorry, a few minutes behind. A link to what thing? You're gonna have to be more specific. Gotta go to work. Love, I adore you. I will see you in a bit. All right. Well, you have a wonderful day at work. Love you. I'm sorry I made you cry, but learn to take a compliment. You are a good person. Oh, jeez. I hope Blast shows up because
I deserve good things. I am entitled to my share of happiness. I refuse to beat myself up. I am an attractive person. I am fun to be with.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
That is for all the people who need that self-affirmation. And if you don't like the self-affirmation,
fuck you, you weird. Go away.
there you go. Just remember,
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
all day, all night, every time. I lost my place. God damn it. All right, Edis, have a great day. Yeah, you caught back up. You caught back up because I'm behind. Isn't that great? I'm sure we met in the middle at some point. I've read every Jack Reacher except for anything the past 3 years. They got dumb. It becomes the same book over and over, plugged with a million different chicks and bad guys. I know. And they always get the hottest chick, and she's always super badass. And, he's always, I can't do this. I'm just not that person. She's like, but I love you. And he's like, I have a job to do. I can't do this to you. Always so self-sacrificing. It's like, dude, if you don't feel it, fuck off. Like, it's always the same. You're like, you're good enough for the whole, like plot of the book and everything. Thanks for being my vehicle. And at the end, they're like, yeah, no, I'm over it. And they're on to the next one. Women are very replaceable in those books. I used to like to, when I was, I don't know, I went through this one period, like from like 17-ish to probably like 23, 24, where I used to devour historical Harlequin novels. Oh my God. Not the good kind either. I'm talking about the kind you get in like, if anybody, I know my age range, but like McCrory's, Woolworths, like the 5 and dime, they would have them on like the bottom shelf in the art supply section. Or like the pencil section where they have pens and pencils and rulers and whatever, like the school supplies. And they would always be on the very bottom in like this basket bin. And they'd be like $1. And sometimes they'd have like a buy 2, get 4 free because they were trying to get rid of them. And I'd come home with like 30 books. And my grandmother would just look at me and go, what are you going to do with those? Read them. I don't know. I figured if the lights ever went out, we had no heat. We got kindling. Like, I feel like you're not going to read all those books. And then she'd be like, are you ever going to sleep? Why are you reading that goddamn? Because you said I wasn't going to read. Now I have to read them all because, fuck you, basically. And I didn't say that last part out loud, but I was like, well, you said I couldn't read them. So this is me reading them. And now you're going to like gripe about it. Are you kidding me? And she'd be like, you need to. I'd fall asleep at like 6 o'clock in the morning and get up at 7 to go to work. I remember those days when I could do that for weeks and it didn't show. I was sharp. I was awake. I was out. I was doing whatever. Now, good God, I'm psycho on a good day. Me without sleep or me with broken sleep, that I'm not a good person. I'm just not. I just become vicious and paranoid and crazy, and it's just not a good look. My 5th grade essay turned into 2.5 notebooks. That's hilarious. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. She said I taped them together. Nice. Nice. Darth Hideous, liquor in the front, poker in the rear. No, no, no. That's why I changed it. Because that ain't gonna happen. Wolfram perks up boobies when he's saying hi. Darth Hideous, it's supreme fanukery. That's not nice. It works though. Hey, winning. Oh, friends, you're good enough, you're smart enough, and people like you or some shit. Yep. Apparently. Darth Hideous, you're totally dating yourself, boomer. I mean, I'm a good time. I might be crazy, but I'm a goddamn good time. Just don't fuck with me. Like, as long as you got my head right and I'm feeling, decent, and I can accept any reality as long as it's the real one. I don't like operating under false information because I'm going to fuck up. And the only one who's got to pay for it in the end is me. And if I didn't do if I didn't create the fake thing based on information, then I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how to say that. I'd rather just be real. I can take any hit. I can. I am used to feeling every negative emotion from every negative encounter. I've had them all. So there's not a whole lot you're going to surprise me with. And like I said, I watch for patterns of behavior. I don't always know that I'm doing it, but at some point, that part of my brain that's always on, always watching, always cataloging and documenting and recording, eventually it goes, okay, we have enough evidence to close this case. And that's when it tells the rest of my brain what's going on. And I go, oh, that sucks. And then I analyze it myself because I don't trust that part of my brain. And I'm like, oh, I see it. I get what you're telling me. Okay. And it takes me a minute, but I'll assimilate. I will jump to conclusions. But like I said, because of my pattern recognition, it is not a jump. Sometimes I even have to backpedal into a conclusion because it should have been obvious so much further back. And I put on my rose-colored glasses, and that's how I saw things. And when I take those fuckers off, sometimes I really hate the world. Or I really hate my world. I almost always hate the world. I hate the state of the world. I do. It's just, ugh. See, there are some people who know me really well. I wrote to Christine last night because I was feeling some type of way. I wrote to her at 9:46. And I said, I haven't been in a very social mood because I haven't talked to her since Christmas. She did send me a thing saying, I hate that you. Well, wait. She said, all right, so let's go back. Christmas Eve, she said, T3, happy Christmas Eve. I really wish you wouldn't trust people the way you do. But I'm not one to tell you what to do. Merry Christmas. I miss talking to you. That's all I got. That's all I got is Christine's way of saying that was too emotional for me. And It's Christmas Eve and I'm not going down that road because you're not going to answer the phone if I call. So we're not going to be able to hash it out for, 9 or 10 hours. Uh, the one thing she's not doing that I expect from her sometimes is she's not sending me songs. She's not good at expressing herself. Well, not that she's not good at it. She's very good at it when she does it. She's not comfortable expressing herself, so she does it through songs. And so that's what we used to do. We'd have whole conversations for days, just sending songs back and forth to one another. And I kind of has been expecting one, but I haven't gotten one yet. I guarantee though, once she hears this, she'll be like, this bitch. All right. So anyway, so we said Merry Christmas, and that was it. I haven't talked to her since. So I sent her a text that said, I haven't been in a very social mood. Every day is a struggle to just exist. I do my show and I give it all my energy, but even that's just too much sometimes. It's not that I don't want to talk, especially to you. I just don't have anything worthwhile to say outside of negative shit. Nothing is new. It's the same Groundhog Day over and over again. Because I wanted to, let her know I was thinking about her, whatever. She's responded back with, I will respond to this when I find the appropriate wording. Don't take that wrong. Now, see, she knows me very well. Zuma does the same thing. If we're talking, like, she'll say, now, before you go and hear something I'm not saying, listen and let me explain, and then we can talk about it. And I'm like, all right. As long as you tell me, don't think about what I'm saying and like start knitting things together while I'm talking, wait till the end, I will. I can say, okay, just stay focused on what they're saying. Take in all the information. Don't incorporate that information into what is already in your brain, because you are going to make connections that are incorrect, and then you're going to have to undo them. And undoing them is a lot harder than creating them. So I have to like put up a block. So there are times when I have to raise up a wall or two. But these people know me enough to go, now, before you go and get all like, oh my God, it's me, I gotta go, before you run away, shut the fuck up and just listen to what I'm saying, and then we'll talk about it. It's like, all right, you got to be like that with me. You have to, because I'm always analyzing. I'm always processing information. I'm always incorporating input. I'm always using whatever data I am receiving. It does not have to be correct at it. My head is full of misinformation. And that's because I've been programmed to expect certain things. This always leads to this, which always leads to this, which means this. So I just skip all those middle steps because they all hurt. And I go, oh, this. A. Now, most people go A leads to B, to C, to D, to E, to E, to F, to whatever. Till eventually they get to, Z. I don't fuck with all that. My brain goes, oh, A, we recognize A. So if B happens, well, then that means that we know what happens after that, because that's a standard pattern. And so A happens, then B happens. And my brain goes, see, I told you. All right, so we could either do this and wait for C to happen and D and whatever, or we could go with the information we got and go straight to the verdict and sentencing. We skipped the evidence, like here's Exhibit A, Exhibit B. Skip this whole fucking trial. Skip the opening statement. Skip the closing statement. Skip the evidence. Skip everything. Skip even the verdict and go straight to the sentencing. Like, that's what we do. So we're on Z. Because it's never been different. And in the end, I'm usually right anyway. So, yeah, I do a lot of conclusioning. I'm a conclusionist. See, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a libertine. I'm not a libertarian. I might be a little bit of a libertine. I'm not a libertarian. I'm not a progressive. I am a conclusionist. That's my political party. That's my life party. If there was one word to describe me other than bitch, conclusionist would be it. The weed decarbon infuser thing. Sorry. Oh, what did you want? You wanted to know the name of it? It's the Ardent infuser. They have their own website, ARDENT. Just look it up. They have small ones. It's a small one called a Nova. Darth, you should appreciate that. The smallest version they have is called the Nova. And the regular one is just, it's I forget if it's called the Turbo or some shit like that. I don't know, but it's a really good system. It's a really good system. They have amazing customer service, and it's really worth the money. It's not messy at all. Like, you see those oil infusers, they have the spout and you got to clean the parts, and fuck that. No, you got to insert like this pod thing in the side, then you have to constantly buy the pods. No. If you buy the one with the silicone sleeve, or you buy a separate silicone sleeve to go in it that fits in it, it literally fits directly inside the cylinder. It's big, it's tall, it's not wide, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. It takes up about the same space as like a electric kettle. That's about it. And so easy to clean, so easy to put away. It comes in its own zippable like soft case. Like, it's a hard case with the cushion inside and everything, so it doesn't like get jumbled around. Oh, I fucking love it. I do. I love it. I can't recommend it enough. But it's the Ardent. And the silicone sleeve that goes inside is really worth it, because even when I do the butter, the wheat will be in the bottom. I'll put the butter in. It melts. I open it maybe like 2 seconds, 3 seconds into, not seconds, minutes more, before it's built up any kind of steam or anything. The first few times I would stir it, once the butter melted. And then I figured out I don't even have to do that. It does it on its own. Just that little percolation that happens, it really infuses all the butter. When it's done, it just turns off. It goes red. Like, the button goes from green to red, and it just stops. And you could leave it like that however long you want. You take the cover off, and the sleeve has 2 little finger holes on the sides of it that you could either use a hook to pull that out, or I just use my fingers. And you pull the whole sleeve directly out. There's no butter anywhere but in the sleeve. And then you can take that and you just dump it through a cheesecloth and you squeeze it out, and you're good. Just remember, heat is a thing. But yeah, no, I love it. I do. I love it. It was so much easier. I had one of those drippy ones, and it was like the Canna Maker or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know, but it was so much work. So much work. Using asterisk is still used as an action in online MMO games today. I don't do those things. I'm not a games person. I love, playing like board games, card games, whatever. But like video games, like regular video games, it's like whatever. They give me a headache. Darth Hideous. Nick and Montegraff's lawyers are allegedly going head to head today, and apparently Div and her ADA assigned are supposed to be streaming it. Allegedly. Really? That's interesting. Ooh. I kind of want to see that. I used to do the RPG thing in the MIR stick. That's cool. Michelle is boomering again. I'm always boomering. Castro, what's up? How you doing, honey? That's Castro with all capitals. I don't know when that became a thing, but I feel wrong if I don't say Castro like in every single chat that you enter. Darth points and laughs at all the Riri's who do actions and answers because I am also a boomer. No, the reason. Yeah, I know. Castro needs to be cash flush, is what he needs to be with his horses and stuff. And yeah, that's a bar from Vegas on Shady 15, one of my favorite songs. But it's pretty vile. Lovely. Fuck you, Darth. I mean, good M, Darth. Poker in the rear. Nope. Jacob, I knew you meant no. He says I'll poke her in the rear, but if I lick her, I bet she'll try and chase. Oh, stop. God. That's funny. Conclusion jumping Olympic level 1000. I don't know shit about the Olympics. I just know I'd be number one. Don't worry about the world. God's got that. I do worry about the world. I always worry about the world. That's why I'm here. Got to get out of the cities. Humans weren't meant to live like that. Makes them bitter. Yeah, it's true. But I mean, I grew up here. We're very savage here. Very aggressive. It's weird. Like you see somebody on the street that you haven't seen in however long, and you're, oh my God, how's it doing? You're hugging, you're hugging and kissing. Well, how you doing? And it's you keep touching one another on the arm to reassure them that they're there. And it's all very la la la. Then you walk away and they're like, oh my God, who's that? I have no idea. I have no idea. You know how many people that happens to me with? They come up to me like, oh my God, Michelle. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. And I'm just like, hey, oh my goodness, how are you? Yeah, it's been a minute. What's going on? How you doing? Da, 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 da. I'll have a 30-minute conversation. My son will be like, who is that? No idea. What? No idea. I know the face, can't remember their name. And he's just like, where do you know them from? I think high school. I don't know. Like but we're like that. And then it's so fake. It's so fake. Am I happy to see somebody who wants to talk to me? No. Am I even happier because, I don't know who the fuck this person is? No. Do I care? No. Also, no. I really don't. We also weren't meant to live in cages. Yeah, well, I feel like this fucking apartment is a cage. Gutter, hey, good M, Shell in chat. Good M. Happy hump day, Gutter. Excellent stream last night. Sorry I couldn't hang around. I just wasn't feeling good. But I didn't want the night to go. I never pass one of your shows without stopping by and leaving you a like, ever. She made everybody go quiet because I showed up in her chat. I was like, oh, awkward. Okay. There's zero appropriate wording. Meh. For that response. Meh. That's a woman problem for men acting like women. Well, did you know Shelly is a woman? Crazy, isn't it? She has woman brain. It's an unfortunate disability. I don't always have woman brain, and you know that. Many, many, many of my responses in life are very male generated. I'll put it to you that way, because it was men that taught me to think that way. I can't tell you how many times I would do something and Marty would just look at me and just shake his head. And I'd be like, what? He goes, God, you're such a dude. And I'm like, really? Like, and I'll look down at my chest and be like, you really think I'm a dude? And he's like, no, that party's all woman. He's like, on the outside, you're all female. He was like, just curves for days. He was like, but that brain of yours? He was like, I know you get emotional like a woman. He was like, but you're cold like a man sometimes. He's like, you do shit, and you're like, I don't give a fuck. Like, because you just don't. You really, really don't. You're like emotional connection. What are we fucking in high school? Like, what you want to hold hands and sing Kumbaya? Like, fuck you. Like, yeah. He's especially when I was dating. Because he knew some of the guys that I dated when I was working at Wallace. And he was just like, oh my God. He was like, I'm gonna be honest. He was like, a lot of us could not fuck with you because you're scary. I was like, how am I scary? Because you're like us. You could be like, oh, I just used you for some dick and that was it. Or I used you just to have a night to talk to somebody and I don't really like you. But you were there. He was like, and you feel no remorse about it at all. I'm like, no, I really don't. I was like, but I don't lie to them like a dude. Like, I don't pretend to feel something or to think something and then don't. I tell them out the gate, this is just for now. Like, I'm never going to love you. I'm never going to fall for you. It's not going to happen. You can put on your best face and your best act, and I still won't budge. Because I just don't want to. I just don't feel that. Once I feel it, I can't get rid of it. Which is why I didn't let myself feel it like forever. Because it's a very vulnerable thing to care about somebody like on the deepest levels. You know, you never really feel secure. You never do. Safe is different. Secure is another. And I know how, I don't know, the men in my past have been very good at presenting one thing and thinking I'm either too stupid, which is funny, or too fragile for them to be honest with me. And that they're like, oh, I just don't want the drama. I don't want it. And then when they tell me, when I corner them and ask them, because that's what always happens. I always have to do the fucking interrogation, which I fucking hate. But once I get the information, I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm very good at just accepting it and walking away. Because fight or flight. All right, I'm not jumping to a conclusion, but I kind of am, but I'm kind of not. And I just wait for you to give me the confession, and then I go, okay, all right, I'm done. And that's the amount of enthusiasm I put behind it. I don't do the, you're gonna rue the day you did. Like, yeah, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, but I never feel scorned. I feel stupid. I feel like that was a colossal, like, waste of time and waste of energy. But vengeful? No. Spiteful? No. Hurt? Yeah. Heartbroken? Yeah. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna ever like go after you. That's what they didn't get. I was like, why are y'all so fucking intimidated? Billy always asks me, do you hate me? Do you hate me now? Do you hate me now? Do you hate me now? No, I don't fucking hate. I just go away. Telling her, oh, she reacted to it. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. When he told Tommy how I reacted to how we broke up, he was like, oh man, she was so demanding. He was like, Michelle was demanding? Really? All right. Like, he was willing to listen to the bullshit so he could tell me later. And it would win him brownie points and get shit on Billy because he got to make fun of Billy. And Billy told him all these things about, oh my God, she follows me everywhere. He was like, she never stops, like trying to get in contact with me. Da-da-da-da. And he went on and on and on. And Tommy was like, bro, that's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard in my fucking life. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? She's a fucking psycho. He was like, oh, she's crazy. He was like, but this? No, that's not her. He was like, she ain't following you anywhere. She's got a kid and she's working full time. She ain't got time to follow your dumb ass. It's not her fault you work across the street from her house. Like, maybe you should have gone somewhere else. And he told him all about himself. He was like, Fucking crying. You said she begged you to say that? Nah, that didn't happen. He was like, nope, she don't beg nobody. He was like, she don't. He was like, that's what fucking bothers you. She don't fucking need you. You want to be around, be around. You don't get the fuck out. Like, that was it. I mean, and he knew it. He knew that I was never going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this. How could you do this to me? Don't, please, I'll do anything. No. No. And he wanted to make everybody think like I was so heartbroken over losing him. And I was, but I didn't show that. I did my heartbreak nice and quiet by myself, in my bedroom like a good little Catholic girl. And just as soon as that door was open, it was, hey, everybody, what's up? Maybe I was a little more subdued, but I wasn't looking for him because just looking in his direction broke my heart. But every time, do you hate me? Do you hate me? Do you hate me? Do you hate me? Then finally, when I found out that he was cheating on me and lying to me, the two things I cannot abide, he was like, do you hate me? I was like, yes, asshole. Now I fucking hate you. Like, now I hate you because I asked you and you tried to make me think I was crazy. Like, don't do that shit. I hate that. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't fucking say that I act a certain way when I don't. Somebody on here tried that once. They were like, oh, she begged me not to. No, I didn't. And I have the DMs to prove it, you fucking lying bitch ass. Trying to make yourself feel like I was fucking chasing you. Go fuck yourself. Like, I can't. Shit. Yeah, slanderous fucking revenge porn motherfucker. But I digress. You might have woman brain. Oh, wait. Just figured it out. I'm slow. You might have woman brain also. Hey! God. We should get you in for an exam immediately. Poor Castro. The fascination with boobies really threw me off. I love boobies. Boobies are amazing. God, bouncing boobies are the best. Oh my goodness. Gutters Pub, you are a Shelly. Okay. You are a woman. 'Cause I'm a woman. Angelique, I can bring home the bacon. Fry it up in a pan. Now I want bacon. Damn it. Whatever. Well, the fact that I was avoiding drawing a conclusion is my alibi. Well, shit happens. Shit happens. I don't think anyone in this chat should go for a brain exam. I mean, I need a brain exam. I'm overdue for one because they want to see how much of my brain has been eaten away by bacteria. Because Lyme disease is fun. Yes, I assume what your gender is. Wait a minute. You said, hey to Mike Hunt. I didn't see him. Where is it? I didn't see him. Where is he? Where is he, Darth? I didn't see him. God damn it. I mean, I'm fucking 20 minutes behind, but for me, that's nothing. Let's see. Daisy, you make a fine point. Oh, there he is. Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning, Mike. How are you? Glad to see you here. Okay, Daisy Girl's the one that said I don't think anyone in this chat should go for a brain exam. I mean, could you imagine if we all went together and they compared like our brain scans? I wonder what a YouTuber's brain scan would look like, just specifically for them. It's got to be different than other people's. It's got to be, because we willingly come here every day or several times a day and just are willing to open ourselves up to negativity and abuse. by the very platform that we serve. Thank you, my dear. Fucking Canada. Blame Canada. I love that song. I never learned all the words though. All things serious. Hi, how are you, sweetie? What's up? And hello, all. Darth is a hard case. Darth is a head case. You spelled head wrong. Low quality chocolate on the inside. Nah. First of all, even low quality chocolate is better than no chocolate at all. Dang, it's $300 right now with only 20% off. What's the next? They'll probably have an Easter sale soon. Or I'm trying to think of what. Oh, they'll most definitely have a St. Patty's Day sale, without a doubt. So maybe wait like a week or two, and you can look for other codes online, see if they work. They might take old codes, but they have different ones. But that is the best. I don't regret getting that at all. Dart said, I think I just managed to do 3 racisms in that thought. I do racisms all the time. You know why? Because they're fucking funny. Do I believe in them? No. Do the jokes still work? Fuck yeah. In the right crowd. In the wrong crowd, they'll see you lynched, which, that's racist. But I've seen a wolf with a pina colada. If you like pina colada and getting caught in the rain, which I do to both. If you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, there you go. I got those going too. Ow. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ooga shaka, ooga, ooga, ooga shaka, ooga, ooga, ooga shaka, ooga, ooga. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Everything's going to relate to sex today because I have sex on the brain. God damn it. Looks like I'll be ending the stream early just to go take care of that because why not? It's a Wednesday. It's hump day and I'm by myself. Hump them if you got them. There you go, people. Hump them if you got them. Darth Hideous. I played 27 ranked matches of Call of Duty on my phone last night. Completely wasted. Went 16 to 11. Not bad. Not bad. Don't even worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. Jesus. Well, for me, tomorrow sometimes doesn't look like it's in the books. I never plan on tomorrow. I hope for it, but I don't plan on it. Hello, whoever the fuck you are. That's not me. I remember everyone, even people who don't remember me. That's fair. Shelly doesn't always have one brain. That's right. It's like, I'll take 70%. 70% woman brain is fine. Most of my organizational brain is woman brain. Like all the academic and like, because it all has to be. My brain is like a Tetris game. Like I just take information, I put it where it belongs. And it's all nice and stacked. And there's nothing like, there's no clutter up there. Everything is like card cataloged. I know that's a boomer thing. There are people going, what the hell's a card catalog? Do you know there's people on this planet who don't know what the goddamn Dewey Decimal System is? That breaks me a little bit. Like, yo, these fucking kids have it so easy. Just Google it. No, how about you? No Google. Walk your ass to the library. Get a library card. I'm going to make them take you upstairs so you have to look through the card catalog. Fuck that computer shit. Look through the card catalog for what you want. It's going to take you about an hour and a half. Go find the book. Figure it out. Figure out where you got to look for it. To find the call number and everything else. And then I want you to take that book, go to that old ass Xerox machine, put money in it, make copies, take that shit home and realize you don't have enough information and have to go back. Fuck you. That's the way you do research, not this Google bullshit. That's why everybody thinks they know everything. Oh, just Google it. How about you read about it? How about you have to earn the information? I think a lot of information should be earned. You appreciate it more, you retain it better because it's not just boom, 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 boom. Like you got to search this shit out. You got to do critical thinking just to figure out what books you fucking need. Oh, now I need this book. So you got to go next book. You wind up instead of one reference book or one little like couple key swipes, you have 12 books you got to read and only three lines in them are going to be relevant to what you fucking require. But that's what true research is. None of these kids know what it feels like to have 12 books open in front of you, all with page markers in them so that you don't lose your fucking place. Go, wait, I had that book. Wait, well, I can find it. I know that line. Give me a minute. And you're just going back and forth. Like to have the picnic of books in front of you. I'll tell you, I used to love that. I used to love doing research like that. And there's nothing like the feel of a book in your hand. There really isn't. It's such a unique feeling. That's better than most women, though. You stopped by. It's much appreciated. Shell, I hope you started feeling better, honey. I will. I don't dwell in one place for too long. Darth Hideous, that's better than most women, though. Holy shit, we got 31 watching. That's awesome. Hi to all the lurkers. Smash that thumbie uppy. What Dart says. Like, harder, bigots. You're funny. Shelly, he said, give the follow. Me and Shelly are racing to 100 Rumbler followers. She's at 62. I'm at 77. There's no way I should ever win this. Why? You're good at what you do. You need to promote yourself more, though, on the Discords and all that kind of stuff, because a lot of people don't know what you're covering. Not in a reasonable universe, anyway. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. It's true. The world runs on passion, desire, and need. The fulfillment of your needs. If you're not trying to fulfill your needs, then you've become apathetic and stagnant. I'm not feeling apathetic right now. I'm trying not to feel it all, but it's not working. Dartidia is pretty sure you said earlier you do spiteful. Oh, I'll do spiteful if you do spiteful. But I don't like to do spiteful, especially if you wrong me, like if you intentionally hurt me and it's not just a natural organic thing where you eventually wind up hurt. Yeah, I'll do spiteful without a doubt. But he wasn't worth it. When I was with Billy, he wanted me to be spiteful so that he could say, look what she did. So he'd be totally off the hook for everything he did. And I wasn't giving him that. I ain't give that. That's called penance. You're going to do motherfucking penance and you're going to do it on your own. I'm not going to ask you for shit. So if somebody turns around and says, hey, he cheated. Well, what'd she do? Nothing. She just said, all right. And walked away. Ooh, that had to hurt. It's like, because it did. That hurt him more than anything because he spent not just hurt. Me not doing anything, which was not what he expected, kept him on hyper alert for a Shelly attack for like over 20 years. And he built it up. It was like an obsession with him. He thought about it all the time. If you said the word Michelle, let me tell you something. He must have suffered during the Obama era more than anybody else. Because here, Michelle. My name was everywhere. Everywhere. Every TV show. If you had like this super duper, like, oh my God, what's her name? Shelly. I knew it was stuff that he would watch. And I used to giggle whenever they'd mention my name anywhere because I'm like, these motherfuckers, like, I know he flinches. And he did. His cousin actually told me, he goes, every time somebody says your name, he flinches like somebody hit him. And I'm like, He was like, and then his wife growls because she hates the name. That name is dead in their household. She won't allow anybody to use that name. My name. It's hilarious. Because she has a cousin named Michelle. They nicknamed her something because they will not say the name. My name sends her into a rage. It just does. And it's the most funny thing to me because when this fucking ballsy bitch, I hate that bitch. I'll punch her in the face and blah, 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 blah. Face to face. Oh my God, Michelle, hi. Kiss, kiss. How you doing? I need a hug. Oh, how are the kids? Oh, they're so beautiful. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, yeah, hey, Teresa, how are you? Like, yeah. Sometimes I'll play the game. And usually it's for my mother's benefit when she's there. I'll be like, oh my God, Teresa, so good to see you. You're looking so, yeah, you look so great. Oh my goodness, you're a one of a kind girl. I'm so glad I ran into you. I wish I'd run into you more. And my mother's like, she goes, I could hear you finishing in your head with a car. But it's just, I can play the game. It's always fun. But it used to freak Billy out because he expected me to be all knocking on his door, crying, take me back. I don't do that. I just don't. And I loved this man. No. Once I'm done, I'm done. I don't want revenge on you. You're going to do it to yourself. He looks like Uncle Junior from The Sopranos now. And he's only a year older than me. I think God pays attention and they inflict on you what you deserve. All my exes call it, like the Shelley survival syndrome. And it's like, okay. SSS is the 3 S's. Oh my goodness. It's S3 and I'm T3. But anyway, it's what happens leading up. No, but they all wind up like going bald, getting fat, getting old way before their time. They wind up going financially like fucked. They wind up with women who are the exact opposite of me, and that's what they pick because they're the opposite of me. And then they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so fucking miserable." Like, it's great. They get no sex. They get nagged all the time. But you wanted the easier option. You wanted somebody who doesn't want to have conversations, who doesn't ask questions, who doesn't, want to have sex at least once a day. Come on. I mean, throw a girl a bone, literally. Like, they all thought I was so hard to handle that they'd go for like a carbon copy that was easier. You know what happens? The carbon copy wears out, and then all you have left is just useless paper. And that's what they wound up with. It's like, okay, she looks like me. Her name is kind of like mine. And she got the same background, like, culturally as me. But she don't have my personality. No, thank God. She never like talks back. She never says curses. She never so you married somebody boring. Great. I hope you have fun with that. Enjoy it. She's gonna be a great mother. I'm sure she is. The thing is, your kids will grow up and move out, and then you're stuck with her. So is she a good wife? Well, oh well, that's yours for eternity, Bubba. Have fun. And they bitch to me. That's fucking balls, let me tell you. Like, you cheated on me, and then the bitch that you moved on to after I left, then what? You picked the easy version of me, and now you're bored. Oh, she's not just a version of me. She's the bitchy, boring version of me. Okay. Because I can turn the bitch on and off. These girls apparently can't. Once that wedding ring goes on, that was like bitch mode activated in perpetuity. because holy crap, I have never seen such a bunch of henpecked, miserable fucks in my life. I had to stop talking to Billy because everybody's like, "Oh my god, Billy's been so happy lately. I wonder what the difference is." I was like, "Gotta go, like, gotta go," because his wife hates me, absolutely hates me. As well, she should. I had him first, and y'all know my rule. I fucked him first. He's mine. I could take him back at any time. Him, Miguel, Eddie, if I wanted to. But why would I want to do a rerun of the most horrible show on TV? It's like, ugh. I'm sorry, I got stuck in my own head there for a minute. Headed to the Grand Sub turn. I'll try to pop back in later. Awesome. Have fun, honey. Safe travels. Be good. Or don't be. Be bad. I like when you're bad. Yeah, if you're going to put something in Michelle's mouth, it shouldn't be words. Yeah, well, I only do a show 3 times a week. I'm a Rumbalo, not a YouTuber. Yeah, I mean, I do it 3 times a week, and I do the show on Sunday with Winning. Yeah, probably have a 420. Absolutely, they will. Oh my goodness, absolutely. Sometimes if you look at some of the YouTube videos on it that people do like reviews, they also have like personal they have personal codes, and some of them are really high depending on like high. That's being at what we're talking about. That's funny. But yeah, just have a look around. And you don't have to get the big one. If you're not going to do like I'll make like a full pound of butter in that and have no problem, but I'll use like half an ounce of weed. Sex like the Mormons? You mean sex like broken up sex? Cuz maybe. Okay, I got to do stuff. Stay blessed, friends and Riri's. You have a good day, Darth. I think I'll just Google it instead. Seems easier than this other method. Sounds like a bullshit level of work. Winning reality. Quest versus Ricada oral arguments are starting right now. Awesome. That's awesome. Oh. So let's see real quick. And this for Mike.
Don't go to Jersey. Whatever somebody gonna ask you to go to Jersey. Visit them in Jersey. A long lost friend, don't go to Jersey. Don't go to Jersey. You're gonna get hit by a bus. Okay? Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. Good.
Mike with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Good morning, sweetheart. So now I know. By you saying that, now I know. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support, not only here, but on other platforms as well. Thank you very much, sweetie. Have a good one. I hope you have a very happy hump day. Wait, and Winning reality, Ricada is out of bed this early. Either he's a clone or a zombie. He's actually fevered. Highly fucking fevered. If you've been following his notifications, he had an extremely high 106 fever the other night. Now, last night it was down to, I think he said 101, 102. Don't know what's wrong with him, but obviously he got hit with something. But I told you the other day, he didn't look good. He looked like he was like winding down. And he looked beat up. Thank you for that heads up, though. The expert is actually live watching them. I'm not going to do that. I did want to read you guys something because it's bothering me, but I got to find it. There we go. It shouldn't take long because even though I have him blocked. So I have my ex-husband blocked on Twitter because he's a douche and fuck him. And he didn't like my posts, and he was like, "Oh, you're with Trump." Like, shut up. So this is how men fucking lie. So he wrote, this is February 16th of this year. He wrote to somebody, just an FYI, I have a few times, because they were talking about the Fannie Willis thing, about how having cash is, like, it's not normal to have that much cash around, and it's a shady look, and blah, 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 blah. So, of course, because he's full Democrat and full stupid and living in Minnesota, he wrote, just an FYI, I have a few times had thousands of dollars in cash at home and done things like paid $2,500 for a car out of cash that I just had on hand. If you ask me how I got that money, where it came from, my blood, sweat, and tears, I couldn't point to a paycheck and he put question marks. You know why he couldn't point to a paycheck? Because it wasn't his blood, sweat, and tears. It was my blood, sweat, and tears, because it was my motherfucking cash, because it was my fucking money, because I'm the one who worked the entire first 2 years of our marriage, because he was a drunk, limp, fucking cheating motherfucking who sat home on his motherfucking ass, being abusive to me, like neglecting my kid, being an asshole to my grandmother, as I found out in the end, and just wasting up fucking space and spending my money. So yeah, $2,500 cash you had on hand. Yeah, you know why you had it on hand? Because I had it on hand. Because I had it. Okay? You couldn't point to a paycheck. Sure you could point to mine, because that's where the fucking money came from. Your blood, sweat, and tears. You lying motherfucker. Unbelievable. Go fuck yourself. And the funny part is, somebody on Twitter said, "Go fuck yourself." I was like, I like this person. I'm gonna follow him. I don't care if he's like the Antichrist. I like that he said that. And my ex-husband responded with, because the guy said, "Go fuck yourself," and he said, "For working and getting paid for it, or for saying something that supports what Fannie Willis has said? What exactly offends you?" You breathing offends me, you piece of shit. Saying something, that supports Fannie Willis. Yes, you know why it supports what Fannie Willis said? Because she's a lying cunt too. And so are you. So are you. For working and getting paid for it. You were a pizza delivery man for Domino's the last 2 years we were together. Are you kidding me? You spent all that money on alcohol. You didn't even know what rent was. I paid your rent. I paid my rent. I paid for all the food. I made you all your meals. I fucking took care of you. But no, you're going to go out there and say, "Oh, where did I get the money? I worked for it." You lying sack of motherfucking pus-filled shit. Oh, I'm so mad. And the guy responded to him, and I really do love this guy. "Something about you is just irritating." Sorry. He said, "Something about you is just irritating." You ain't lying. You ain't lying. "Oh, I want this car. I want that car. I want this DVD. I want a region-free DVD player. I want a new computer. I needed to be able to do that." What do you need, a better computer so you can cheat on me with more fucking people, you piece of shit motherfucker? Hi, Amber. What's up? What's up? Sorry, I went on a rant because my ex-husband pisses me off. But yeah, okay, that's me losing my cool a little bit. It is 5:40 a.m. New Zealand at the moment. Kia Peace Off Grid Living. How you doing? Oh, it's Leap Day over there. Yay! Happy Leap Day. Happy Sadie Hawkins Day. Just so you know, Sadie Hawkins was the day that I got engaged to my ex-husband. That seems a little weird, doesn't it? I know, it really is weird. But, whatever. And Kia said, "My ex-husband saved a TikTok of mine as his favorite." Unbelievable. And that's the thing. I know that he follows the show. I know that he, obsessively checks my Instagram because he's accidentally liked things so many times because he's drunk, and even though I'm not drunk, I don't drink anymore, I just drink beer. Yeah, you're not an alcoholic because you just get drunk on beer. Yeah, that's the kind of logic of an alcoholic, but okay. Oh god, I begged him to go to those AA meetings. Begged him. I had a buddy of mine, Greg from work, who was a recovering alcoholic for I think 15 or 16 years. So I mean, he was, everybody was, "Hey, brother, my brother, everybody, brother this, brother that." Um, I actually asked him to talk to Brett, and he did. He came to the house, and he gave him all these pamphlets, and he told him about the whole thing. And the only thing Brett responded with was, "I'm not an alcoholic, and stop trying to fuck my wife." I was just like, that's what you took out of that? Look at him. First of all, I've never even looked at another dude in that way since the day I got with you. I'm not made that way. I can pretend, I can fuck around and joke, but I don't do that. I wasn't even in love with my husband. It was just all right, I made a promise to be faithful, and that's part of being faithful. I didn't step out emotionally either. Because to me, that's almost worse. That's the worst kind of cheating. Physical, sometimes that shit happens, but to open yourself up emotionally, I guess, because that's more difficult for me, that's more devastating. And he did it all over the place. And I just, I hate that they do that. I'm like, get off my ass. And then I have all these Facebook messages. Call me, talk to me. I'm worried about you. I could come take care of you. You can't take care of yourself. You gonna take care of me? I spent 4 years living with this man in which I tried to take my own life about 6 times, if not more, because he had me so fucked up in the brain, because he is the narcissist. Oh my goodness, you can't imagine. He did that thing, his way of controlling me, which was, it's what he did, and it worked. He would praise me for something, or he would, pretend to be on my side about something, and yeah, you can do it, and da, da, da. Well, you're smart, and you're talented, and you can do whatever. And he'd wait for me to start, and then he would slowly, I don't want to talk about that. You spend too much time doing that. That's taking time away from me. I don't know why you thought you'd be good at that. You're not good at anything else. Da, da, da. And the barrage would start, and then I would be completely defeated. And then he would come back and be like, "You take everything so personally. I don't know why does this have to be a thing? You couldn't just let, shit lie. You couldn't just go with the flow or whatever. Just, I don't know why you had to start this new thing. Weren't you happy with your life as it was?" Blah, 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 blah. And then, well, I think you take shit too personally anyway. I don't know why. You always got to, take everything. You got to go overboard. You got to be melodramatic about it. Not everything, is the way you think it is or whatever. You misunderstood me. You don't. My husband was not a big talker. He really wasn't. Getting information out of him was like pulling blood from a stone. And I would have to go on the little information that he gave me. And when he did give me information, it was usually meant to hurt. Like the day he told me that he didn't love me and he didn't want me. The word he used will ring in my head the rest of my life. I will never get over that. And instead of being angry that he insulted me in such a way that was untrue and all this, I I completely shut down. I was a zombie for like a week. It took about a week for it to sink in that he's leaving. Okay. Like, and I didn't fight him on it. Nothing. I even found him the apartment that he wanted in Kansas, and you know, he went and leased it and everything. I didn't know he leased it with me as a co-signature, but whatever. Which is why I had to pay his rent, because it was my credit that was on the line. But he would do stuff like that. He would build me up and then rip it away. And so every time, because I felt so low and so like rejected, he would give me less and less, and I would be happier and happier with less and less. Till eventually he figured out he didn't have to give me anything but a scrap. And I would think he gave me the moon. Meanwhile, I would strive to give him the moon and consider it me giving him scraps. You know, he was very good at that. And he was very good at denying anything worthwhile between us. Like, if it didn't matter, I supported him 100 times for something, he would say, "Oh, well, you're always trying to make me do things." No, you wanted to start this. I support you, and then all of a sudden I'm being pushy? Are you kidding? Well, you're very emasculating. You think you have all the ideas. And what? Why is that emasculating? I don't get it. Like, he always called me a nag. He was like, I'm not a nag. I need to talk. Like, you're in this room with me for fucking, the last 2 days. You haven't said boo, but you talk to those bitches online the whole goddamn time. But me, no, I'm not a priority. He made sure he withheld sex to keep me under control. He'd tell me it was me. You're too aggressive. You're too intimidating. I want to have a good time, and you're just like, you just want it too much. You're oversexed. There's something wrong with you. I get, you've been with guys before, but just because they could put out for you like that doesn't mean I'm a sex machine for you. I'm not here just for your gratification. I'm not here for your pleasure. Really? Because apparently I'm here for your pleasure. I'm here to feed your fucking ass, fund your fucking ass, but not fuck your goddamn ass, because apparently that was not on the table. So it's like, oh, I want all the benefits and I'm not going to give you shit, but I'm going to make you wait for it. I'm going to make you think you're going to get it. It's going to be everything going up to it. Everything's going good. And then I'm just not gonna. That's like cutting off my blood supply, guys. Like, you might as well just put a kink in the, whatever vein goes from my heart to the rest of me, because I can't function without that need being met, at least a little, and he was good at saying, nope. It took me so many years to figure out that he didn't, because he couldn't, because he just didn't know how. And he had gotten so porn addled that was the only thing that did anything for him. And he also had much younger tastes that I didn't know about. I'm not saying like what I went through, but I mean, he liked the barely legal crew. And it was just like that's an Arrested Development if ever I heard one. He's got a mental disorder. He does. He's got quite a few. And I love when he called me that one time to tell me about all his diagnoses. And he was like, can you believe it? Yeah, I knew this for many fucking years. And I've told you these are your problems, but you're not a professional. I'm a professional in dealing with psychotics. Oh, yes, I am. Shit. I don't think there's a mental disorder that doesn't exist in my fucking family. Are you kidding me? I was raised on mental disorders. That's why I got so many issues. But abandonment is my main issue. I'm always prepared for it. So one of the biggest conclusions I jump to is this is going to hurt. I can see the bend in the road. This is going to hurt. And I run away. I just leave. And I don't go back. So I have been trying very, very hard to not do that with anybody in my life because I'm tired of losing people. Doesn't make it hurt less. I just stick around and take the gamble that I might hurt more later, but I'm not going to give up, some fun now. Amber, how you doing, Amber? What's going on? Haven't seen you in a minute, girl. I hope you're doing well. I remember what you went through the last time we talked. I hope you're doing well. I really do. I love you. I miss you. Kia Peace Off Grid Living said, I have been before, but Shelly's lives are usually in the middle of the night here. I'm sorry. I know, and my lives are like 4, 5, 6 hours long, so it's a lot. So you're just like, I ain't rewatching that shit. Hi, Amber. Elephant, you're here too today. Hello, sweetie. Happy hump day. Off Grid Living. That can be rough trying to catch live. Yeah, I know. I watch most lives, not live. And honestly, I like them better because I can fast forward through them. And if they start talking about shit that's of no interest to me, I can, fast forward. Just click. And I click right through it. Kia, I don't think I'd run over my ex if I saw him in the middle of the road now. I just kitty his lack of personality and he's unlikable. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'd want to hit him with my car only because, I don't want to go to jail. But if I got a freebie, I would line up all my exes and they would just I'd be like, your speed bump number 1, speed bump number 2. And then I'd remember my driving test and see if I can go 100 yards or 300 yards in reverse without, deviating. I want to be behind. I do want one of them to be out in the desert with me, and I'm just in the car and I'm just like, where you running? Why you running? Why you run? Just chasing them through the desert in a car. I want them to be running though. I want that a desperation. Oh, you thought it was funny to make me cry? Let's see what you cry like, bitch. Yeah, no, that would be great. I would love to Wile E. Coyote them off so many goddamn things. I would. I think it would be funny. I do it in my head. Thank God you can't go to jail for, that kind of thing. Cause I've had so many scenarios where I've been sitting across from them. They're just going on. And I'm just like, I wish you'd just choke and die. I wouldn't even get up to help you. Just choke and die. I'd be like, no, he bit off more than he could chew. They don't know. They don't know that I've been sitting here wishing it. But if it happened, I'm like, oh God, you read my thoughts. You love my rants. I don't rant a whole lot. You showed up for the one rant I couldn't fucking hold in. Sorry, hon. Dust yourself off and look. You'll find something else. At Amber. Yeah. Wait. What would she say? I am very off. Where's the Amber thing that I missed? Okay, here's the problem. I have a mouse that does not want to scroll correctly. If I scroll down, it goes up. If I scroll up, it goes wonky. I can't see it. Amber said, I love you. Hi, Wolfram. Hi, Shelly. Ellie said, I was like, what the fuck did I just walk in on? Oh, you got fired yesterday. Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed that whole thing. God damn it. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. You were really good at that job too. You were like the leader. What the fuck? That ain't right. I'm sorry. Well, you know what? You are destined for much better things, obviously. And fuck them. How stupid could they be? I'm really sorry about that. You know that I'm in Discord. You could always hit me up in Discord and have a chat. Let me know if there's anything I can do. I don't know what I could possibly do, but if I can, I will. I'm really sorry though. I'm glad you love my rants. Now what Ellie said makes sense. Ellie Fon said, for some reason I'm listening to Nick versus Monty and biting my tongue. I might be tongueless today. Yeah, I figure I'll give it a little time because I'm going to want to watch it at my own speed. What should we call it? Amber said, but I've missed Shelly so much. Oh, honey, I've missed you too. I always wonder where you're at and what you're doing, but I know that you tend to isolate or disappear for a while, so I try not to get worried about it. But I've seen you post things, so I knew you were okay. I saw a couple of the recent things that you did. They were really good. And yeah, I can't find the Nick thing to hear. If somebody could throw the link in the chat or in my DMs or both, actually, that'd be great. Warning, elephant biting your tongue might hurt. Apparently expert and potentially criminal are streaming it. I saw expert was doing it. Oh, fuck that shit, Shelly. I hate him too, goddamn. How do you leave that situation? How do you leave a situation with somebody who controls everything you do? You draw a line, and when they cross that line, you don't go back. For me, it's either public humiliation, which that ain't fucking happening. Lying outright to my face and then blaming it on me when I have the documented fucking proof. That's another one. Or endangering my kid. He endangered my kid, and you don't fuck with Mama Bear. So that's how I got away from him. Key a piece off-grid living. When I came back from getting invasive melanoma results, my ex said, how am I going to raise the boys on my own? I said, great. His response, you won't care. You'll be dead. Bye, idiot. That was 16 years ago. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, oh, well, you know, what am I going to do with it? That's my mother. That's my mother. My ex did it too. Like, well, my ex-husband did it. But my mother is the queen of it. When I almost died, I did die. When I coded on the recovery table after my gallbladder surgery, because me and anesthesia are not friends. His whole thing, like, he went and he called my mother. And I was like, I didn't want you to call my mother. Why would you do that? He was like, they weren't telling me anything. And I was freaking out. My mother calls me. She didn't know that I was in the hospital in Kansas. She didn't know I was having surgery because I didn't want to hear about how it would affect her. Because it's always about her. And first thing out of her mouth is, why didn't you tell me? Don't you know what this is doing to me? God, Michelle, how could you go and do this? I'm going to have a heart attack. And I'm like, bitch, I literally was dead like an hour ago. Dead. I was not faking it. I was not on the verge. I was flatlined. My heart stopped. They couldn't get it to start again. And then like 3 fucking minutes later, I came back. So no, I wasn't fucking worried about how it affected you. You know, because why would I? Go fuck yourself. Like, I can't. But there are just people like that. There are people like that. I tend to use it to make people take care of themselves because I'll say, you know, like, oh, how you feeling? I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I do worry about it because, you know, I worry about you. Do you want me to worry about you? Like, don't make me worry. You don't want me to worry? Take care of yourself. I'll manipulate the shit out of that. But I'm doing it for them, not for me. My mother's somebody who it's always about her. Ellie said, sorry, got squirreled for a minute. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. They got all the cancer out with surgery, and he complained it was 0.05 too small for an insurance pay. That he complained you went too soon for treatment. He's a fucking douchebag. Wow. You know what? I don't wish death on anybody, but I'll wish him my favorite thing. I hope your ex gets stuck on the hottest day of the year in the middle of traffic with nowhere to go, no air conditioning, windows broken, and winds up with chronic, like 2-3 hour long, explosive, highly rotten egg, sulfuric almost diarrhea in a car with his bosses. That's what I hope. Or with the girl that, he's with now or whatever. That's what I hope for him. I do. I hope for that. I hope it's the kind that's like flesh eating. You know what I mean? Y'all have taken that shit where your whole ass is like, oh my God, everything hurts. Like, yeah, that's what I hope for him. Fuck him. How are you going to complain too soon for treatment? These motherfuckers, and God lets them walk the fucking earth, and I don't fucking understand it. I really fucking don't. Yeah, pieces of shit walking this fucking earth, good people fucking dying. Billy Joel should have never sang that goddamn song because I feel like God heard it and said, you know what? That's true. I'm going to make that happen. Only the good die young. Fuck this shit. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. I told you, I don't believe you pass until your purpose is achieved. The purpose God put you on this earth for, it is achieved. I think the best people are the ones that pass the earliest because they've achieved their purpose. They've done everything that God ever wanted them to do, and he rewards them by plucking them out of purgatory, which I believe this is, and putting them with him in heaven to be blissful the rest of existence. And he leaves us with the demons and the shit of the fucking planet. And unfortunately, since I have not achieved my purpose yet, I'm made to live among them. Or maybe I'm one of them. I'm sure for somebody else on this planet, I'm a giant piece of shit who makes their life miserable. Miguel comes to mind. But I don't make his life miserable. I make him miserable when he intrudes on my life. That would tell you, stay the fuck away from me. I mean, it's my Miguel deterrent. It just doesn't work. I think he likes crying. I really do. He must have like one of those humiliation fetishes because I will make that boy cry just to fucking make him cry, just for shits and giggles. But yeah, your ex, fuck him. Fuck him. I hope he gets dysentery. Not to borrow the White Rabbit's phrase. Amber L. Good Lord, that's why I love you, Shelly. You get me. Of course, I get you, girl. We're very alike. Elephant, his next victim, Mary, is 14 years in and almost free from him. I support her because I'm the only person who actually understands. I get it. I get it. Although I wasn't quite as forgiving with my ex-husband's wife. When I guess they had a hand fasting. She's a Wiccan, whatever. When she was, you should. It's a bitch. Number one, I did tell you. I told you he's a lazy, abusive, mean, boring alcoholic with a limp dick. And you say, it gets hard for me. Oh, it gets hard. No problem. Trust me. I have never had a problem in that fucking area with any man. But he is in his own head and he goes soft and he'll blame it on you. And you will feel decrepit all the fucking time because he will make up shit to make you feel like the ugliest person on the planet. He made me feel so unwanted and so like leprous almost. Like, when they used to say, oh my God, that's a leper. And nobody wanted to go near them. Nobody touched them. That's what I felt like. I felt like a fucking leper by the end of my marriage, that as soon as I came home, I went on a banging spree. I did. It was just one night stands. Boom, 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 boom. Because I had to seduce every fucking person because I needed to get that feeling back. I had to prove to myself that no, it's still there. And it wasn't like I didn't go for just the easy target. No, fuck easy targets. I went for the like hard to get ones where you had to put in the work. And I did. And I only relied on sex appeal and flirting and, like playfulness and stuff like that. And I got them and I had to build that back up. But that part of me, because of him, is so unstable. It is so easily destroyed. Like I'm literally that my sexual confidence, my attractiveness, it doesn't matter how pretty I know I am, because of him. You can destroy me that way by rejecting me in that area, because I will run as far and as fast as I can not to go through that torture again. That is not a battle I want to fight anymore. Want me or don't, just be honest about it. Like that's just how it is. It's my biggest open wound. I've band-aided that bitch. I have glued that bitch shut. I have stitched it. I have skin grafted it. I have wrapped it and covered it in armor. And yet it's the most painful for me. And the easiest to attack me on. That's my biggest weakness. Now, don't think because I'm telling you could use it, because one, I don't give a fuck if anybody else is attracted to me. Only one person really matters. But I usually see it coming when it's being used as a weapon. When it hurts me is when I don't see it coming. When it suddenly becomes this thing. Like he blindsided me with it. And so the blind side is what gets me. Usually when I see patterns and stuff like that, I'll build up to it and it won't affect me as bad. But it's still going to affect me, but it won't like crush me. But it still hurts. I part of me really does hate him for that. For doing that to me. It's the worst thing to do to a woman. Be like, oh, you're a good person, love your cooking, but meh. We could be friends, though. No, we can't be friends, motherfucker. I do not want to be your motherfucking friend. We didn't start out as friends. I don't want to end as friends. And that's the problem. All my exes still want to be friends. Now, do they want to be friends? No. Here's where I'm going to jump to a very logical conclusion. They don't want to be friends because they want to be friends, because they're missing friends or they need another friend. They want to be friends because they want to keep their hooks in me just in case they want to come back at some point. Because I know, because we've had this conversation. In all their minds, they all think they have the ability to come back and settle down. They all want to do the growing old thing together with me. And it's like, I get that that's their goal. They want to end their lives happy and content and being taken care of and, in a home that's an actual home. But no. You don't get to skip to the last chapter of the book and be like, that reading the whole book was too much effort. I just want the reward at the end. I want to know how it ends. You want to know how it ends? It's going to end with me by myself dying alone, because in the end we all die alone. You don't have to live alone. And I don't. I got all of you. But everybody dies alone. My prediction is they're not just going to die alone. They're going to die lonely. Because they don't see the world the way the world is. They twist it to their own pathetic, desires, their own insecurities. Carlos, Miguel, Brett, Eddie, Tommy, Billy. They all think at some point, once the kids are grown, once I'm done running around, once I'm ready to settle down and just whatever, then we'll do that. What? No, don't include me in your future ever. All these motherfuckers include me in their future. I don't get it. If I'm not in your present, leave me in the past. We don't have a future. Like, that's how it is. You are of the past. And they all want to, claim the friendship thing so they could all try to be in my present. They want to keep it amicable. And she'll always forgive me. No, I won't. I'll forgive you, but I ain't forgetting any of that shit. I forget nothing, regardless of brain issues. I forget nothing of importance. So those are the logical conclusions that I make. And Kia said she's been a real good stepmom to my sons. He's probably hanging on because of the boys. Yeah, probably. Or he's just become comfortable there. As we get older, that they don't want to change much. They're like, oh, well, she knows the way I like my laundry done. She knows the way I like my food done, blah, blah, blah. And he doesn't have to care because he knows that he's got her locked in with those kids. But I'm glad she's a good stepmom. I like that. I like when I've never seen the problem with step parents and stepchildren, except my mother's husband. Only because she did it wrong. And he was too young and he was an ass. But I've seen so many really good step parents. I have no problem being a step parent. I mean, if I could love all my kindergarten kids to the degree that I did, and none of them were mine, I don't see being a step parent very differently. Only that it's just another kid of mine. Like, if I had a stepson or a stepdaughter, I don't think I would love them any less than I love my own kids. That's who I am, though. But I mean, I had daddy as a model for that. He loved me unconditionally, even though I wasn't his. Anyway, Enya said, be right back. Gonna say hey to Winning and his chat real quick. Okay. I don't want to fast forward a minute of you. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Link for what? I don't know. You plan your escape. You always plan your escape. My escape happened within 2 weeks. I went from what am I going to do? What am I going to do? To making phone calls like a motherfucker and having him packed up within days. I packed him up, moved his shit to his parents. Well, I had them come pick it up. And it was all gone and he didn't even notice. Until I was like, yeah, you can't show up tomorrow. And he was like, why? I was like, because my mother's coming to pick me up with her husband and my brothers. And they'll kill you if they find you here. He was like, where are you going? Oh, I'm moving home. But the lease, I canceled the lease. I didn't renew the lease. The lease is out in a week. And they know you don't live here because you're not on it. All your shit's in your parents' barn. Have a good life. Bye, motherfucker. And he didn't know what to do. I can't believe you sprung this. You yell all you want from outside. Get the fuck out before I call a cop. I was willing to call the sheriff. I don't give a fuck. That sheriff told me, you call me back here anytime, honey. He gave me his own card. He was like, I don't like the looks of him. He was like, if anything happens, you let me know. Okay. Unfortunately, parents set us up for narcissistic abuse. They do. They normalize the abuse, so we accept it and don't see the red flags. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, you don't fuck with mama bear. Never fuck with the mama bear. My mother's a master manipulator. Yep. Sorry, the court thing ended. Crap, now I gotta make a call. I'm not friends with any exes, and neither is my hubby. Aw. That's good, though, because you cut the ties. See, I have kids with a couple of them, and then Brett was like, my daughter's stepfather, even though he did that one thing, she still loved him, and if she asked for him, I wasn't going to say no. I'd be like, go ahead, call him. Don't talk to him too much and don't tell him any of my fucking business. But of course, Katie being Katie, that's how he finds out about me. That's how they all find out about me. They call Katie or they call my mother. Yeah, not friends with exes. The main one I can't stand. And I swear I cursed him. He really cursed himself. But I wish so much bad on him for putting my daughter through the crap that he did. I used my entire soul to curse him. I don't think you curse them. I think they're curse upon themselves in you. Eventually, what you put out there comes back on you times 3. And I usually like to sit back and just wait for karma to take effect. He's in jail for a long time and still manipulating people. Yeah, they're really good at manipulating from jail. They drive you crazy. Oh, back is she. I need to eat before I barf. Oh, so true. Yeah, eat something. I haven't eaten either. I didn't eat dinner last night because I just didn't feel like it. Oh, winning went live. Okay. I didn't know that. He sent me a thingy. All right. So let's see. I told you it's a short stream, less than 3 hours. Look at that. And because I cried a couple times, I have to pee. So let's see where you guys can go. I'm just having a real bad day, guys. That's just not cool. Alrighty. I am going to redirect you to Winning Reality. And I am going to cut out quickly. I said short stream. Boobies? Ellie Fun said, Shelly, we love you. Thank you very much. I'll be all right, guys. I get like this. I need processing time. I was going to take time away and not interact with anybody. I put my phone on silent and do not disturb, and I shut down Discord. I shut down YouTube, and I didn't put up a stream. And then I was like, you know what? I promised them that I would try to push myself. So here I am. I'm going to redirect you guys. So hold on, because you're going to get redirected to Winning. I hope you have a good time over there. Tell them I said hi. I have to go pee. I'll probably pop in on there at some point. I don't know what else he's doing, but thanks for showing up. I love you all. Chat is good. Chat is wise. Chat knows all, and I love my chat. Thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you in the funny papers. Bye.
Jersey girl, I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. 4 a.m. at a diner, stop singing, living on a
And doggone it, people like me.
I'm thinking maybe you're a Jersey girl with all those highlights in your hair. No other girl can move like you. We pump our fists damn right, it's true. And I don't care what they might
listen up. Let me tell you about a girl from Jersey. She was looking so fine with her hips so curvy. I wanna over down and see side lights and a boardwalk fight at the end of the night. Hey, hold up, got a situation, got condensation from the girl's gyration. She's hot like the girl next door with a tig gold bitties that I can't ignore.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.